My name is Randolph Love III, the wealth strategist and host of the Entrepreneurs Podcast, the place to hear real entrepreneurs and business owners bear it all. And here's how you can get at least $50,000 in permanent life insurance, even if you're uninsurable due to your health. So I'm going to get this out the way for the short attention span people. The way that you do it is you get a job with a part-time company or a full-time company, but it can be a part-time company as long as they're offering group life insurance. When they offer group life insurance, they don't check you individually for your insurability. They only are using the group in order to determine how their risk, right? So they're going to give you group life insurance, $50,000 in group life insurance without checking your insurability. Once you qualify for the group life insurance, if you choose to leave that company, if you choose to quit or get fired, as long as you convert that group life, which is a term group policy, as long as you convert that group life insurance policy into a permanent policy within 31 days after the time that you leave that job, then you got it. All right. So let me explain. All right. So that's it. But let me explain to you why that makes sense. OK, so the insurance companies use the law of large numbers in order to determine their risk, in order to make predictions. The more data points they have, the more accurate their predictions will be. If they only have one person, they have no idea where it's going to be left, whether it's going to be right, whether it's going to be up, it's going to be down. It's too many variables. But the more people they have, the more data points they have, the more experiences they have as it relates to that, they're able to make a prediction. And all truths are parallel. So let me tell you this. Think about it. If I had a quarter in my hand right now, and I ask you, what's the percentage that is if when I flip this quarter it's going to land on heads, and what's the percentage is going to land on tails? I think a majority of the people who I asked that question would say 50%, right? Because it's a two-sided coin. You're flipping it. It's either going to land on one or the other. 50%. And I say to you, overall, yes, that's true. But what if I flip that quarter once, catch it, and it lands on head? I can legitimately say, without lying, that this quarter, when I flip it, it lands on heads 100% of the time. And what if I flip it again and it lands on heads again? I can legitimately say whenever I flip this coin, it lands on heads 100% of the time. But the more you flip it, sometimes it lands on heads, sometimes it lands on tails. It might land on tails 15 times, and then it might land on heads another 15 times. The more you flip it, it's going to get to that average of 50-50. 50%. But just flipping it once, flipping it twice, you have no idea what's going to happen. But flipping it thousands and thousands of times is going to be 50-50. 50% it lands on heads, 50% it lands on tails. All truths are parallel. That's what insurance companies are doing. When you try to get permanent life insurance on yourself as an individual, to them it's like flipping that quarter once. They don't know if you're going to land on heads or tails. So what they do is they check your health to try to figure out if you're a heads person or you're a tails person, right? But when you get insurance with the group life insurance policy, I don't know if you know this, but group life insurance, they cannot check you for insurability. They don't check you for insurability. So when you start, so the way that you would do it, if you want to get $50,000 in permanent life insurance, you would get a part-time job that has group life insurance. Get the part-time job, get group life insurance. As soon as the group life insurance starts, all you have to do is quit that job. You can either quit, if you quit or get fired. Regardless, you have 31 days after parting with that company to switch it from a group life insurance policy, which is a term policy, to switch it to a permanent policy. As long as you do it within 31 days, that's how you get $50,000 in permanent life insurance, even if you're uninsurable due to your health. My name is Randolph Love III, the wealth strategist. I hope that helps.